if I can do it faster. Welcome to the Doom vlog. It's the Doom vlog. We call it the Doom vlog. They Doom, but it's the Doom vlog. It's the Doom vlog. Welcome all. There's a movie playing behind me. You're gonna this one. You're gonna guess what it is. It's a science fiction movie. You can guess. Welcome everybody. It's BZ back in the Neon Doom room. So late. I think my microphone's maybe a little bit too loud. Let me just turn it down just an itty bit. Here we are in the Doom vlog. Episode 25. We are here. We are clear. We don't need any more bears. And I'd like to introduce you and welcome to the room the indomitable is a word, Roddy, or I like to call him Rotten Roddy the camera. He is my master-in-chief of visualization. He is here to enrapture a nation. He's got my back all the time, Rotten Roddy. What can I say about Rotten Roddy? He's always here, ever present, all-knowing, all-seeing, unjudgmental. We can all learn a thing or two about being non-judgmental by Roddy. Roddy is just a bunch of circuits. Occasionally he likes to mess with my life and get his USB fingers all over everything, but he is a good guy, person. So here we are, episode 25. I'll tell you what, I'm in a mood. But before I'm going to talk about my mood, I'm going to say welcome to High Plains Drifters, Raiders of Lost Arks and Busters of Ghosts, as always. And, you know, Tangos and Caches and Terminators and all of the sundry extra people out there that are being sucker punched into this Star Trek universe that's nothing more than a hurt locker of corpse brides and Deadpools and cars, people with their Super 8s, who are outlanders, falling down constantly, the killer elite, bright burning their way through the ultramarines of chain reactions and American wolfisms. That was a lot of words that didn't make much sense, but welcome to you all. Yes, I'm in a mood. I've had I'm going to say the words early, so YouTube's probably going to like completely obliterate this video, but I've had a shit week. Not just a busy, I'm really tired week. I've had a shit week. It ended shit. And here we are. Thank you, YouTube. Feel free to lock me out of everything. I've had a shit week and I've been in the mood. I've been in the mood since Friday. I woke up in a mood, went to bed on Friday night in the mood, and yeah, fuck it all is what I'm going to say. Fuck it all. I don't know if anybody else has woken up in a mood or had a shit week. I sympathize. With you all. And to be honest, there's nobody watching currently because I just did a hygiene check, but that's okay. Someone will drop in maybe. Yeah, replay crew, I need your support. Watch the video. I'll get past my mood in a minute. But yeah, I've had a shit week. And I really could not give a fuck about anything at the moment. Next week's going to be another broiler for me. Another broiler straight into the heat room. It's going to be interesting. But anyway, we'll get through it. We always do. I try to be upbeat most weeks. I just needed to air that dirty laundry for you to make you all feel like very uncomfortable and awkward while you watch the video. But I'm here. I love being here. And this is the thing that is a highlight of my week. Sometimes it takes me a little bit longer getting there, like this evening. I had that, I hope you liked my guitar vlog loading screen. That took a lot of messing around, actually a lot of time editing because it just did. It took a lot of time blanking out one of my backgrounds and adding background stuff, and yeah, so it's all in the fine details. But I hope you enjoyed it because it was fun to make. It did take a little bit too long though. But yeah, we're here. We're clear, and we definitely don't need any more bears. We're going to be talking about stuff today to do with physical media, as we always do. I'm just sitting here behind Rotten Roddy's here to document me having a ramble, as always. Most people are already in bed by now. It is Saturday night, so I don't expect anybody to be dropping in at 2:45 a.m. How late could I be? How late could I possibly be? Can you guess this movie? Whoa, this movie. Can you guess this movie? It's a science fiction movie. I know what it is. It's right there. I can see it. I can see the title right there. It's they're invaders of something. They're invaders of something. I probably gave away too much. If you know what the answer is to that, invaders of from something, let me know in the chat over there. And maybe I'll tell you. Maybe I'll wait. That's up to my discretion. All right, guys. So we're not going to have a beer. I was going to have a beer tonight, but I am sick for the third time. Actually, I'm on the very tail end of being sick. I had a pretty crappy week on top of it being sick. Third time in 3 months. So I don't know what's going around. Everyone's sick and passing on being sick. And here we all are. But let's get to the next stage. We're not going to do beer. I really was tempted to do beer, but I know if I do, it's going to tip me over the edge and I'll probably be sick for another week. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to risk it. I'm not going to risk it. But what we will do instead of that, what can we do instead of that? We can show you my fireplace. That's not what I'm watching currently. In fact, Mandalorian is on the TV, but we're not watching the Mandalorian. It's just there for some splashy background to make the room feel super nice. My CRT TV fire is a crackling, and we're just cozy in here, nice and cozy. I've been spending most of the last 2 hours setting up, to be honest. Normally it doesn't take me that long, but I had some technical difficulties getting Roddy going. Roddy was kind of okay, but just, trying to download stuff. It was, the normal problems you get when you're a computer owner. But if any of you like my endless rambling and sometimes my obscene outbursts, which don't happen that much, please go ahead and feel like you might want to subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe. It's a small gesture by you and a huge, massive outcome for me as a small content creator. A like, a dislike, a comment, even a share. Share it with someone that you think might care. It makes a huge difference to me as a small content creator because I'm just in here once a week. That's all I got time for currently. I got some things on the card, but I'm here once a week. Just having a talk about movies, about physical media, about toys, about pop culture, anything that sort of takes my fancy. So let's move on to not beer, but another segment. And I got the bag down there, so I'm not super prepared. I will get it though. We're going to. Can you check if you can? Can you all hear me? I hope that you can hear me. Can you all hear me? That's if anybody is even there. Please let me know if you can hear me. I don't think there's anybody that's lined up to watch me. We've had one view already, but that was during the waiting screen. So somebody obviously didn't want to stick around for the 10 minutes loading. We're going to do, let's get physical media.
Let's get physical media. I want to get physical media. Let me hear your movies talk.
Let me hear your movies talk. It's interesting we talk about movies. I've been listening to a lot of music lately. I think I mean, I go through phases, to be honest. Sometimes I just like to hear, oh, here comes the old. Sometimes I just like to have my headphones in and just listen to vlogs and podcasts and things like that from YouTube and wherever else throughout the week, and I get on a tear doing that. In the last few days, because of my mood, I've just been listening to music, a lot of punk, a lot of pop punk, a lot of post-punk, a lot of punk-ish kind of music, I should say. Yeah, it's. I think that's where my head's been. It's been very cathartic, to be honest, to be able to listen to a bunch of people screaming about their own opinions and how they feel. But yeah, have you guessed the movie behind me yet? Oh, keep doing it. Have you guessed this movie yet? Invaders from somewhere. You'll guess it after I said that. I shouldn't have said that. Okay, so yeah. But I've been listening to a lot of music, so I would highly recommend. I should do some recommendations for some punk bands, some punk pop, some punk. Yeah, there's a lot of people I've been listening to. So I've been listening to Slowly. I've been listening to June Rest. I've got a list. I've got a list on my phone. Who can remember all the names? I can't remember all the names. Rancid. Been listening to Rancid. A lot of different bands. I couldn't. My mind's grappling to say which one first. But let's talk about physical media, because I went op shopping today to get myself out of a bad mood and also give you something to talk about. I went to an op shop today, and yeah, it was fun. I took my daughter, actually. We went separate ways while we were in there, and that was fine. But yeah, I went to two, actually. Two separate op shops. I had to get petrol on the way, so I stopped by one, got petrol, and then went to the other one, which was the big one. Went to the Big Savers in Greensboro, which the main street was blocked off because of all the roadworks for the tunnelling and blah, blah, blah. So we had a bit of a drive around to get there, but we got there, and yeah, it's a pretty cool Savers, but much like any other Savers, overpriced, and really, I mean, it's such a big Savers. They should have toilets there. That's what kind of really bothers me, because at some point I was real busted. And it's like you can fit 1,000 people in there or more. Actually, you fit way more in there, but no toilets. There's not a Bunnings. So let's get my bag from over here. I got a bag down there, and I'm going to get that bag down there. I'm going to bring that bag up here, and we're going to talk about the physical meat. Let's put you on a timeout. Hang on. Let me find a timeout screen. Just a normal. You'll hear me rustling around in the background. Is there something I can put on loop? No, not really. I can leave you with just one of my old images. Here we go. Let's do that one. There we go. Hang on a second. You can hear me rustling around in the background. Don't worry about me. It's all good. Black bag coming up. Such a riveting episode. Oh, here we go. Let's go back to Roddy. No live viewers, but I have left it very... Where's Roddy? Roddy Cam. I got my my shoulder bag, my duffel bag, my canvas bag that I'm yet to put patches all over. I should get around to that. I filled it up today. I really wasn't prepared today, to be honest. I wasn't prepared at all. I ended up going op shopping without even a carry bag. I usually take a carry bag with me. Can't find my giant Savers bag. I wish I'd brought it. Okay, let's talk about physical media. We'll talk. I'll show you this toy briefly, but I'm not going to show it to you properly until toy talk. But let's talk about what's in this bag. Most of it is honestly DVDs. But that is okay, because I quite like DVDs, where I'd prefer to get Blu-rays these days, but most of the time I'm going to find things on DVD, which is completely fine, as long as at some point I can probably try and find a Blu-ray. But the first two things are actually VHS. So the first thing I'm going to show you is this sealed. This is not something I'm used to, and I dropped it on the way to the car as well. It fell out of my hands. A sealed Kodak video cassette, a 180 minute. Can you see that? How cool is that? Kodak video cassette. E180 VHS. And yeah, I was carrying too much stuff to the car. I didn't have a bag, as I told you, and I dropped it, hit the floor with a couple of other things. But $249. $249 for a sealed VHS tape. I thought that was really cool. I mean, on eBay, these things are kind of expensive. I don't know whether to keep it or sell it. It got dropped, but it's not broken. It actually didn't hit the ground fully. It hit something else as well on the way down. Hit my other DVD on the way down, sort of bounced off into the ground. So it's not damaged, but really cool. Really cool. You can see a little bit of light scuffing on this side from where it hit the concrete. But sealed, completely sealed, factory sealed. So cool. I mean, I was just thinking the other day, you never really see VHS tapes sealed out anymore. Not even cassettes. I mean, it wasn't that long ago there was cassettes. Just even when I was working in Officeworks years ago, there was cassettes in there. You could buy cassettes. Now you can't buy cassettes. You can't buy anything anywhere unless you find them in an op shop. That was really cool, but a little bit expensive for $2.49. Let's throw that in the pile. This, my friends, this, my dear friends, is awesome. You ready? Can you see the logo? This guy had it in his hand, and I don't know, he just put it back on the shelf. He just put it back on the shelf. It's even got 2988 Kmart on the front of it. He put it back on the shelf, and I was like, looking at him like, you gonna take that? And he walked away. I got a RoboCop VHS tape. Now, I didn't actually check inside of it, but look, I only paid, unusually for savers, I paid $1.49. $1.49. Audio video cassettes. $1.49. How cool is that? Let's open it and look at it. Oh, yes, it's a Cell video. I've got a few Cell videos. It's in there. It's in there. And it's rewound. If you can believe that. Let's take it out. It's rewound. It's in good condition. And I would never have expected to find a RoboCop video cassette in a Savers. Oh, yeah, Roddy doesn't. Rotten Roddy. He doesn't like to focus unless... There we go. Come on. You can focus, Roddy. There we go. RCA. Restricted, because this movie was a bit dark. Back in the good old days when arms got taken off and heads exploded. Really, really stoked about this. Probably more stoked than I would be with finding 5 normal VHS tapes. So for me, this is a golden ticket. What a fantastic addition to my collection. I'm not keeping a lot of VHS tapes in the room at the moment. Only cool ones, and this will be one of them. It's even got the sticker from Kmart. I'm not sure if I'll take that off, but so cool. So very cool. Man, I don't know, does anybody else? I know if you're in the States, you probably get this easily, no problems, without an issue. But this is Australia. Part man, part machine, all cop. So cool. Let's throw that over there gently and carefully. All right. The remainder, I'm just going to quickly show you this and then put it down. We'll talk about it properly. I found a little mini Millennium Falcon, but we'll talk about that in a minute. It was way too expensive. I didn't want to pay for it, but I got a bit of a Millennium Falcon collection. So let's talk about that in a moment. I'm going to sip on my energy drink. All right. What do we got going on here? No live viewers. That's okay. Let's talk about the music first because it's kind of cramming up the sides. I found some okay stuff, I think. It's been a bit dry lately. It's been a bit dry. But some stuff, very surprising stuff. Very surprising stuff. First one I'm going to show you is, and I did check it. Let's check it again. And it was in good condition, I do believe. Yes, very good condition. I found Alice Cooper, Welcome to My Nightmare. That. How cool is that? $1. I paid 1 Buckaroo Banzai for that. 1 Buckaroo Banzai. And it's in there. And it's clean. Very clean. So cool. I saw this and I was like, oh, yeah. Come on. I'm taking that. I didn't even think about it. My brain hadn't even caught up. My hand just kind of went, yep, took it. And my brain was like, this is good. So that was a buck. That was pretty cool. Add to the collection of CDs that has taken up way too much room in here now. This is a memory, unlocked memory. Still Got the Blues. Can you guess the album artist? This is a memory for me as a young person. Gary Moore. Still Got the Blues. I listened to a lot of guitar-based stuff when I was younger, especially blues. I still listen to blues. Blues and original rock and roll. I grew up on this. I'm tired. I left things way too late. That was awesome fun. Also $1, as you could probably see from the bottom. $1. Look, you know what? I don't always win. Sometimes I find punk pop. Oh, it's very clean. Sometimes I find punk pop. Sometimes I find metal. Sometimes I find nothing at all. A lot of the time I find nothing at all. But for $1, Gary Moore, that's a good find. What was the album called? Still Got the Blues. Yep, Still Got the Blues. You certainly do, Gary Moore. This one was I better pick it up because I like the band. Grew up on this band, as you know. This disc is a little bit scuffy. Oh, and I think that's a crack. And I don't think, oh no, that might not be a crack. No, it's a smudge. I can clean that off. That's okay. The rest is quite scuffy. It's a bit dirty. I'll tell you who it is in a second. You can see all that grit and grime. A lot of that is just smudge. There is some scratches there though. That should play. And that band is Bon Jovi. I grew up listening to Bon Jovi. Grew up listening to a lot of different bands that are very guitar-based, rock and roll, with a lot of lead guitars in it. White Line was a big one for me. I had mates that were all guitar players, all into like big lead solos and yeah, just we call them hair metal, but they weren't really hair metal back then. I guess that was a different era, but yeah, Bon Jovi. That one I'm not super familiar with. Bounce. I don't even know what year it was because I couldn't see the year on it. The new album featuring Every Day. I'll have to give that one a good clean. I don't see a year on it. It doesn't jog my memory. There'll be a date on here somewhere. But yeah, I just got it to add to the Bon Jovi collection. The John Bon Jovi collection. This one was a memory, but fuck me if I can't remember a single song off of this album. Disc is quite clean, a little bit on the smudgy side. Do you remember a band called, and by the way, all these CDs were $1. Do you remember a band by the name of Def Rhyme? Anyone? I remember them. I listened to them plenty of times, but I can't remember a song. I should play it. Remind myself. This is Pure Killer. I had to buy it because it was a certain era. It was early 90s, wasn't it? Early 90s. Pure Killer, Brass Monkey, Sanity, Therapy. Rivers, Mama Said Knock You Out. That's a great song. I don't think that was their song. I think someone else's song they're doing because that was also in Encino Man, one of my favorite movies I should talk about one day. Yeah, 8,000 Inside. Is that what that actually says? What does that say? Oh no, sorry. Yeah, God Inside. Sorry, that looked like a 8,000. Yeah, God Inside. Man, Gun, Sweeter, Shelter. But really cool. Look, the inside of it looks interesting as well. I think I just checked that. It was clean, wasn't it? Yep, very clean. The cover looks almost like it's a burnt copy, but it's not. There's the album. Def Rhyme, Pure Killer. I'll have to give this a listen. Just so you know, if I ever talk about listening to an album and you see it's still taped up, a lot of the times because I've streamed it to listen to what it looks like, sounds like. And the last one I picked up is a definite memory for me. Definite memory. I've talked about this band before, tried to remember the name, I couldn't. I kept on calling them Kathy's Clown, but that's not the name of the song. It's Tears of a Clown. This is the one that always reminded me of talking about it, and people would say, "Oh, do you mean?" And I've got to show you something else too. Goodness me, I forgot all about it. It's in another bag. That's completely brought that up with me. Also, it reminded me of, and now I'm having a brain meltdown. I can't remember what I'm talking about. Anybody? No. Luckily, I'm not live, making this mistake live. Oh, Purple Sneakers. Yeah, another band anyway. And I said, people say, oh, you mean this band? No, no, no. This is Caligula. I've seen them play live before. Not a super fan, not even really that into them, but this album jogs a memory. When I was kind of like out of my goth phase, but still hanging out with a bunch of goths, they still like this. They still like this band, and I've seen them quite a few times live. But yeah, Tears of a Clown. Goth, kind of poppy. I don't know if you call it poppy. Poppy kind of rock, gothy kind of rock, electronica. Caligula. The singer you would probably recognize if you saw a picture of him. He was very recognizable. A little bit scratches here and there, but kind of clean. Caligula. Actually, I could probably show you a photo if it's inside the sleeve. Well, he looks very different from my memory. Yeah, you can't really see his face, but he's there. He's there. A bit of a pretty boy. But yeah, have a memory of this band. I'm going to give this a listen for sure. All right. Caligula, that was the last CD. Put that up with the other CDs in a moment. Now to the movies. Oh no, it wasn't the last of the CDs because I want to show you something. I'm going to show you some. I'm going to show you, and that's going to be in mail. We'll do it in mail because it was mail. We'll do it in mail. All right, so I picked up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I could have picked up more, but I put a few things back. Let's turn these around the right way. Picked up Scooby-Doo 2. I keep putting them back, but I've heard they're actually fun, so I thought I'd pick it up. Scooby-Doo 2. I didn't check any of these discs. Oh boy, and this is why you check discs, kids. Usually they're clean. I get a bit cocky and think, oh, they'll all be clean. That's gosh, is that even? I think that's gunk. There's a lot of gunk on there. There's even some hairs on there. I'm gonna have to give that a clean. That is the messiest disc I've seen in a while. But Scooby-Doo 2, fun if I can get it clean enough. A bit janky. I kind of feel a bit grossed out by that, to be honest. Next one I picked up. I thought I owned it, but I don't think I do. I like a Western. Oh, it's kind of a little bit scuffed up as well. Check your discs, kids, unless they're taped up. Yeah, look, not bad. That'll play. It just needs a clean. This is Appaloosa. I'm a fan of Viggo Mortensen and Ed Harris and Renee Zellweger, and it's got Jeremy Irons in it as well. Appaloosa. It's a Western. I like a Western. So, thought I'd pick it up. Mostly clean. Mostly clean. Not terribly bad. This I picked up because I thought, oh no, I've got Godzilla. And then I looked at it, I was like, I don't think I have this Godzilla. I think I've got a Blu-ray of one of them. I found a Blu-ray of one somewhere. You think I could find it? I never find anything I'm looking for in here because I haven't put these in order. I have a Godzilla in here somewhere. I think it's just the... God, I want to find Godzilla -1, but you think you can find that in an op shop? You can't. You cannot. I have a Godzilla up here somewhere. It's never where I want to find it. It's probably up on the hard to find side. But then I picked up this one because I thought, oh, I don't have this one, I don't think. Godzilla King of the Monsters. But maybe I do. But I don't. It's got, what's her name in it? It's got a young Millie Bobby Brown. Is that her name? And the guy that plays the head of the Bad family in Game of Thrones, Lannisters. Godzilla King of the Monsters. Anyway, I love the cover. I've kind of almost just picked it up for the cover. I probably have the other one right here where I could see it, if I could see it. Millie Bobby Brown, there we go. Looks fun. I could probably watch this tonight. How long does it go for? All movies go for about 2 hours these days. But I picked it up. All of these were mostly $1. Still stoked about that RoboCop though. This I picked up because it's music as 2 discs. So one of them's a DVD and the other one is an actual CD with the music on CD. I never see this. It's called 80s Hits DVD plus bonus music CD. Pretty cool. Nothing fantabulous. Nothing fantabulous. I wonder if you can see it if I hold this up. If Rotten Roddy will let me. Can you read names? Roddy, will you let me read names? There you go. Cyndi Lauper, Kenny Loggins, Footloose, great. New Kids on the Block, Mondo Rock, Cheap Trick, Daryl Braithwaite, Noiseworks, REO Speedwagon, Eurogliders, Martika, Nina, Terence Trent D'Arby, sign your name. Europe, Final Countdown, Hooters, Marvin Gaye, Mondo Rock. Did it just do Mondo Rock twice? Yeah, it did. Mondo Rock twice. Red Gum was only 19. And Man at Work. Who can it be now? And they've obviously got the same thing from the music videos, which is always good to see music videos, except on the CD. So you can listen to them as a CD. Was this broken? Does this not want to clip? I think that's broken. $1. I love 80s stuff. You know I love 80s stuff. You know I do. Let's do a hygiene check. Nobody live viewing. That's okay. All right, moving on to the next one. These two I picked up together. There are a few other ones as well, but I'm a fan of Scotland. I like Scottish. I don't know. I like the feeling of Scotland that I have inside of myself, and also from what I've seen, and also Ireland as well. And I picked these up. They're just meant to be like visual, beautiful visual representations. Oh, they're 56 minutes for this one and 56 minutes for that one. So they're kind of like a bird's eye view over the landscape of Scotland and Ireland. They're both separate, $1 each, couldn't say no. There you go, Visions Scotland. A coast-to-coast tour from an eagle's eye view. I was talking to someone about Scotland the other day. And watched something that has something to do with Scotland too. But yes, so I picked it up. It's just visual. It goes for about an hour, just under an hour. And I just like the beauty of it, I guess, and like that feeling we have of looking over such an old and ancient place. You know, England is a very old and ancient place where people have lived for hundreds of thousands of years. In Australia, it was an old and ancient place, of course, but for the indigenous people. And we came along and I guess ruined it all for them, but we don't have that kind of white history here or that sort of ethnic history here. The Aboriginals, the native peoples in Australia have that. They have that historic background. It's their sacred and special place. And I'm sure that Scotland and Ireland both have their own indigenous peoples from back in the day, way before knights and horses and stuff. The Celtics, maybe I'm getting that wrong. Someone can correct me. Where maybe it gets very, very, I don't know, tribal communities, things like that. But the other one was Ireland. But I like all the night stuff. Visions Island. And it says breathtaking views of the Emerald Isle. On the back of the Scotland one, it says a stunning tour of its ancient cities and heather-clad hills. And this one says, from Galway to Dublin, savour spectacular scenery from the perspective of fairies. I think they mean that more just along the lines of just seeing it from its magical point of view. I didn't check the discs of these. They are quite clean though. Just some visual representations. My father's side, rest his soul, my surname beforehand was Williams. It's a very English surname. Our family is Australian, goes back to England. There's a line there that goes back to Williams. It goes back to England. Obviously, Williams is a very English name. There's probably a lot of splits there back to other things. But my mother's side, we were Lithuanian and German. They go back to like Schneider on one side and then Lithuanian surnames on the other. And I've been to Lithuania and I've walked on land that belonged to us So there's like my two sides go back to ancient areas. There's beautiful castles and stuff in Lithuania as well. Anyway, I won't digress anymore. I just bought these mainly for the visuals. Just mainly for the visuals. Just be able to slap it on and have it going in the background kind of thing. So, yeah, there you go. $1 each. Dropping stuff all over the place. I picked this up because I already own it, but I'm pretty sure I have an illegitimate copy. Oh, this is legitimate. This is legitimate, but it is region free. What is this? Standard and widescreen. This is one of those discs that has the standard on one side and the widescreen on the other, but I am not going to get upset at that. Well, I don't understand what the back of this case, why the back of this case looks like that. Has it got two cases in it? Interesting. Very interesting. I've just seen something weird about the back of this case. That's really interesting. Why is that? It's like they've reused an old... Sorry, I'm getting distracted here because there's something very odd about this movie case that I didn't notice before. Okay, so the inside of the sleeve shows something about it in United Nations. And the outside of the sleeve, I'll show you the movie. I own this already, but I'm pretty sure the copy I have is illegitimate because it doesn't look legitimate. I just bought it because I love this movie. But this one looked more legitimate. The disc definitely looks legitimate, but the inside doesn't. Mannequin, I love this movie. Do you ever have those movies that you have just comfort watch? It's a comfort movie. I saw this back in the day. I don't like this cover. This is not the cover that came with the movie originally. My dodgy copy has the best cover. But this has widescreen and standard edition, whereas the other one was, I think, 4:3. Mannequin's great. Kim Cattrall, I was in love with her in this movie. Absolutely in love with her, just like he was. And obviously Andrew McCarthy and his motorbike. Mannequin, great movie. Great movie. $1.99, bit too much. But you can see here, it does say, oh, sorry, on this side, it says standard and widescreen. 16.9. Here's the weird thing. The disc is legitimate because it is it does it the old way. It does 16.9 on one side and it does widescreen on the other. So you flip it. But the inside of the case, I have to show you. I thought there was another sleeve in here. Inside of the case has this. And I'm like, that doesn't look like something from Mannequin. It's a documentary on the United Nations. So what I want to know is, how did that get in there? I want to double check this sleeve because I've never seen anything really like this before. Is it 2? No, it's not. It's literally been printed on the wrong cover. Taking it out. There's the cover. And on the inside, they got the wrong inner. They got something on the United Nations on the inside. Very bizarre. Never seen anything quite like it. I don't really like that cover anyway. I might swap the cover for the other one because it has a better cover. It has the original movie cover on it. Should pull it out, but I don't want to waste anybody's time. I can go back in there with its weird inner cover. Or maybe I'll just take it out and slide the other one on the inside. Okay, go on. You can do it. Very odd sleeve to have on the inside. Kind of threw me. There you go, Mannequin. I had to have it just because of the widescreen. That's the way you should be watching movies, if there's the ability to watch movies. Here we go. I've got this on VHS, but never had it on Blu-ray or DVD, and I didn't check the disc. Yeah, really clean. There's a couple of little scuffs on it, but surprisingly clean. Very old disc anyway. You can see it's very old. I love this movie. Does anyone else love this movie, Tango and Cash? Anyone else love this movie, Tango and Cash? This is a fantastic movie. Sylvester Stallone, Kurt Russell. I've showed you the VHS that I've got. $1.99. And this is legitimate. Yep, except it's 185.1, so it's a bit stretched. I don't know why they do that. The disc is very clean. Very old school disc with the lettering on it. Disc is very clean. Okay, so there was that. This is a movie that got re-released with Umbrella. This is not with Umbrella. This is the original DVD. It's a New Zealand movie, I believe, from memory. Yeah, from the producers of Lord of the Rings and the Fellowship of the Ring comes. Yeah, so it's a vampire movie or a vampire type movie. They re-released this on the Kiwi Cult box set of 3 movies recently, but I found it in an op shop. Perfect Creature. No one you would know. It's barely hard to be. I can barely read this. Doug Ray Scott, Saffron Burrows, and Leo Gregory. I don't know. Saffron Burrows seems familiar. Perfect Creature. The union between man and vampire is over. Perfect Creature. Had to have it. Had to have it because I know this was released on the Kiwi Cult line with the 3 Blu-rays in one. It is brutal New Zealand horror. Very clean disc. Very clean disc. So yeah, gotta have New Zealand horror. I love New Zealand film, cinematography, cinema. And the last one I picked up was a post-apocalyptic movie I've heard of plenty of times. I don't believe I've ever seen it. At least I don't remember. It seems very familiar though. Might have seen it. Was it early thousands? 16.9 and 235.1. Doesn't give me a year. You're not going to give me a year. I hate it when it doesn't give you a year. Pretty sure it's early 2000s. Carriers. If I haven't seen it, I definitely would have seen this on VHS or early DVD in the video store. So Lou Taylor Pucci, Chris Pine. Oh, Chris Pine. Piper Parado, Emily Van Camp. I got a funny feeling I might have seen it, but I definitely have seen the cover plenty of times in the video store. So I had to pick that up. It was very clean. And that was only $1 as well. So we did pretty good today. We did pretty good. We didn't do great. I put a few movies back. I also found The Last of the Mohicans on VHS, but I honestly couldn't remember whether I already bought it on VHS. So I put it back. I could have bought it. And there was also a Blu-ray of... Sorry, I'm just going to put these back in the bag. There was also a Blu-ray of Eagle Eye, and I almost bought that too, but they wanted $4 for it. Probably would have paid if it was 2 or 3, but it was $4, and I was like, I could get it, but I don't want to get it. I have to clean this horrible thing now. So I put it back. I probably should have picked it up. I always regret something. There's always stuff to regret. But yeah, I didn't get it. But really, ultimately, I'm super stoked about RoboCop. Hang on, let me just get this. Drop this all the way down there. Ah, super stoked about RoboCop. Super stoked about RoboCop. That is a stellar find on VHS. All right, here we go. And yeah, obviously our CDs, of which we picked up Caligula, Def Rhymes, Pure Killer, Bon Jovi Bounce, Gary Moore, Still Got the Blues, and Alice Cooper's Welcome to My Nightmare. I am very happy with those CDs. They will go with my other CDs when I can find time to go and put them over there. All right, we've covered a lot in a short amount of time, and it's coming up on 3:23 in the morning. I don't want to keep all of you up forever and ever, amen. So let's move on to maybe the next thing. There's no live viewers, but, you know, that's to be expected when you're so late at nighttime. We'll do a quick spot check of Instagram. I've changed my logo as well. I don't know if you can see my logo change. That's my logo now. We'll focus on my logo. I've had the Neon Doom Room logo for so long now. That's my new logo. Shaky hand, BZ. That's my new logo. For now, I thought I'd change it up. And give myself a new logo. Maybe a more approachable logo than just some words on a page. Tell me, do you like the logo? Yeah, no one's really jumped in there. Any activity at all? No viewers. That's super odd. No viewers. 2 viewers. Hang on, hang on. What time did I put that on? That was quite late. All right, cool. All right, so we're moving on. Put the phone down, not get distracted by the phone. We're going to move on to another segment. Now, I'm just debating whether or not, because tonight what I was going to do was I was going to unbox that tape cassette player that I've got, brand new, you know, those brand new cassette players. I was going to unbox that and then play some cassettes in the background that aren't going to get me dinged on YouTube. But things are too late. So we'll do that another time if we can get through this week. What we're going to do now, I think, and what we will do is... What should we do? There's no one here to communicate with. So let us go. Let's do Toy Talk. Let's do Toy Talk. Not much to talk about with Toy Talk. Oh, where's my Toy Talk gone? Toy stuff. No, that's not. It's Toy Talk. There we are. Find my stuff. I've got too many scenes open. I need to close some scenes. Have you guessed the movie yet? Oop, movie. Have you guessed the movie? Invaders from. You'll guess it. You'll guess it if you keep looking. Invaders from. Let's do Toy Talk. Toy Talk. Welcome to Toy Talk. Now let's show you what I found. In the op shop today. It's Millennium Falcon related. You can see I haven't even opened it yet. This is one of the things I dropped today. Just slipped out of my hand, landed on the ground. This is how much this bloody thing costs. Way too much, savers. I shouldn't have paid $6 for this, but it's the Millennium Falcon, and I've got like 3 of them up there. Big ones, some smaller ones. So I had to go on my collection. Let's open it and have a look. Let's open it. Have it. Look at it. Get rid of the plastic. Hope it's not broken. Oh, it's one of... Oh, I thought it was... I think it is broken. I think it's meant to go forward. And then... Oh, there we go. That's how it works. Okay. Throw that in the bin. It's Millennium Falcon. It's a little itty bitty one, but I liked it. It was so cute. I thought it was the metallic one. I thought it was the metal one from the 80s, but it definitely wasn't when I picked it up. It was not heavy, but it was hidden behind a bunch of stuff. And nobody had noticed it. So I picked it up. It's got wheels underneath. So it's the kind that you pull it back. Just did it. Don't know what's wrong with it. Because you can't push it. And I think you push the button. There's a button. There you go. Yep, so you wind it up. Backwards, pull it back. Pull it back until it gets harder and harder and harder to pull back. And then you press the button. And until it clicks. And then you press the button on the top there. There's a button up here. But I think it just looks cool. And with my other Millennium Falcons, I've got on my very oddly shaped shelf that I built myself up here to display things over the top of my TV. I thought it would go nicely with my other Millennium Falcons. As we all did back in the day, we all love the Millennium Falcon. Big fans. I love that and Slave 1, which is now just called the Fire Spray because nobody can say the word slave on anything. The Slave 1 was one of my favorites, and also the Millennium Falcon. Every kid loved the Millennium Falcon. Of course they did. Why wouldn't they? But that canopy looks... Well, there it goes. Making noises. Very cool. I think they did something wonky with the canopy there. They built it a bit. I know it looks weird on camera, but it definitely looks normal in front of me. Let's get this here. There. Very cool. I like the detail too. Detail is really cool. For a little crappy plastic toy with wheels on it, very well detailed. Super cool. So that will go on the shelf with my other Millennium Falcon that you'll sort of see over here. Bring my camera around here. Oh, there's my monitor. I got a giant Legacy style. I can't remember the actual name of it. I'll have to look it up again. Giant Millennium Falcon. Huge Millennium Falcon. I've got a few of them. A few different Millennium Falcons over there. So that will go up here and sit with my other ones. So I'll just put him there temporarily. Whoop. Please don't roll away. Please don't roll away. There we go. Put you there for the moment. The other toys that I've got aren't much to talk about. I forgot I had them. I brought them home. A couple of Hot Wheels things. I got this, what to call it? A Mandalorian, but it's a DeLorean. It's just a fancy looking DeLorean. I noticed the other day the hanger was a bit bent. It's just a more modern looking DeLorean with white wheels. Just thought it was kind of cool. Picked it up. Sometimes you just buy things to make you happy. That's what I did in this case. And I already own this, but I own the 50th anniversary, no, 30th anniversary, 20th anniversary. One of the anniversaries. This is just a plain one. The other one has the year on the side there. This is just the plain one. Just the Minecraft minecart with the ability to put your Minecraft toy in it. So there you go. Not much to speak about there. And I already showed you last time my Forge that I picked up from Dungeons and Dragons, or did I? Did I explain to you I found Forge? I can't remember now. I think he was only $2.50 from memory. Forge, bad guy Forge. Really cool. Really happy to have that. Yeah, I did describe it. I'm looking at the back now, I remember. Cool. So they're my toys for today. Not much to talk about. So let's move on to my other favorite segment, which is, let's do a spot check of the channel quickly. Let's do a quick spot check of the channel. Nobody's there. We'll do mail. We'll try and keep it short then if there's not many people on. Let's do mail. Welcome to mail. It's actually in a bag around the corner. I completely forgot about it until literally minutes ago. So let's get my bag. There it is. Try not to fall off my chair. But why did I leave it in my bag? I've got something exciting to show you, but I wish there was somebody to show it to because nobody's live. Nobody's live. There's no lives. What's that? Nope, that's not it. Here we go. Let's not dox myself. Let's not dox myself. Nobody likes to be doxed, especially me. I've got a big box. I haven't even opened it. I know what's in it. It's pretty exciting. I'm more excited than the fact that I have nobody here to watch it. And on the side it says handle with care. And on top is my name. And as much as you would probably like to know what that is, you're not going to see it. So it's big. It's big and it's music. I'll tell you it's music. I'll tell you straight away it's music. Music. What can we do? Oh, have you figured out what the movie is playing behind me? I need more juice. Harry Potter juice. All right, let's open this up. I don't know. I've got a knife here. I'll just use that. Music. You remember me talking about music I wish I hadn't gotten rid of. Music I wish I hadn't gotten rid of. Music that plagues me. That makes me wish I'd never gotten rid of some of my music. Well, that might change today. That might actually change. What is going on? Why is my computer being misbehaving? Come on now. Don't misbehave. All right. Let's get my blade out and let us open this up. It's very well packaged and I paid a bit much more than I wanted to pay for it. I don't want to wreck the music inside, so let's be careful. Cut towards your... What did they say? Is it cut towards your buddy, not your body? Or is it cut towards your body, not your buddy? I think it's cut towards your buddy. I don't think it is that at all, actually. I don't think it's any of that. Come on now. Be gentle. Don't want to wreck the music within. This blade does need some sharpening, I will say. If I take a leg off... Oh no, it's been well protected. I'm not doing any damage. Just have to be a little bit gentle. Oh, not near the nether regions. Very well protected. I can chop away and there's already some cardboard on top of that protecting it. That's very good. Very good indeed. How are we all doing this week? Besides me, you all know how horrible I'm feeling. There we go. Wow, he's really, he's put a box within a box. He or she, I shouldn't say he, just because there's a box inside of a box. Can I get it out without... Or is that just a flap? It could just be a flap. It looks like a box inside a box to me. How am I going to do this? Let's chop the sides. I wasn't expecting to be doing this all live. Okay. Might have done like a multi-fold kind of thing. How has he taped this up? Is that what he's done? So, oh, the noise. See me wearing my Blink 182 top tonight? Can you see it? Now, if I can do this safely without stabbing myself. My Blink 182 top tonight. I haven't worn this for a very long time. Open. Open sesame. Open sesames. Why is it open sesame? Is that real? Did that come from a real story? Open sesame? He's really packed. It's like a Russian egg doll. No, what do they call them? Russian. There we go. Ooh, it's open. It's freaking open. It's freaking open. All right, let's open it up. Take this thing. Throw that over. I'll just throw it down here. The band I was talking about before, by the way, was UMI. Let's come back to me. Very well packaged. Very well packaged. Let's put all the box parts down here. Very well packaged. All right, so we're not going to give away the sides, but you can see it's got cardboard on top of cardboard on top of cardboard. Let's look at the top one. This was a multi-pack. I only bought this because of one CD. One CD, I think I paid about cumulatively $50. Cumulatively $50. And if you break them down, I think there's 4 of them. 1, 2, was it more? 1, 2, 3, 5. So there was 4. There must have been 5. Then these tally out to about $10 each or so. There was postage as well. I didn't pay it up front, obviously. All right, so let's look at the first one. Let's take the case off the first one. You can see it. Ammonia. You remember ammonia? This is not the reason I bought it, but ammonia is a good one to have. It is just a single or EP. It's got Suzy Q, Face Down, and Oops. Happy to have ammonia. Liked ammonia back in the day. And the disc is cool looking disc. Does it remind you of the 90s? Does that remind you of the 90s? It should. Disc should be clean. Yes, quite clean. A little bit smudgy, but very clean. That's disc 1, not the one I got it for. Let's take the cardboard off the next one. You might know this from just the color. But this album is one of the reasons I got it, but not the main reason. It makes me so happy. Do we remember this album? This album blew my mind when it came out. Magic Dirt's Life Was Better. Do you remember? What a great album. Daddy, Ice, Amoxicillin, Fairy Park, and He-Man. If you get the online version, like the stream version, there's a few more tracks. This is a fantastic album. I was listening to this only a couple of weeks ago. Very clean. A couple of slight scratches. Some slight scratches. Very clean. Stoked to have Magic Dirt. Life Was Better. Fantastic album to have in a collection. Fantastic album. Next one's coming off. This is just a slipcase. I think this could just be a... I thought it was in a case, but this looks like... Oh, there was 6 discs. Wasn't there? There was 6. I thought there was less than that. This is UMI, Adam's Ribs. Early UMI. But not early UMI. 1993. So that's got Adam's Ribs, Spit, and Alembic. It's got obviously Tim Rogers, Andy Kent, and Mark Tunnelly. I should check the disc. These are a bit hard to get out without getting smudged. Yeah, you normal kind of scratches. But smudgy mostly. That'll play fine. Happy about that, but not my main choice for buying these. Take the next thing off. Don't know much about this band, but I do remember them. And this feels a bit thicker than a normal EP or single, but is it clean? Very clean. Does anyone remember a band called Hoss? They do ring a bell. But this looks more like a homemade EP. But they do ring a bell because the inside looks like this and it doesn't fit properly. It's sliding out. How do I hold this without dropping it? It's got sort of the handmade artwork on the inside. I'll have to listen to them again because it's got Cave Me In, Clueless, The Tiredest Man Awake, and Are You Listening? Dog Meat Records. It's from Melbourne. Recorded by John Brummer. Blah, 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 blah. Art by George. So not the main reason I picked this. But Hoss, yeah, I'll have a listen to it if it's 90s, which I don't think there was a date. Is there a date inside? I didn't see a date. Dog Meat Records. Oh, I don't see a date. Is there a date in the back? Nope. So I don't really know what year this is from, but the case looks very homemade. Second to last one. I already own this, and I don't care that it's in there. It's not the main reason why I got it. Another UMI. Sound As Ever. I already own it. Not terribly worried about it, but you've seen the cover before. Sound As Ever. Good album. Really good album, but not the reason why I bought these. This last one is the reason why I bought these. This EP is extremely hard to find, extremely rare. And in fact, the only way I could get this was in this set. And I'd seen this like months ago in this set and no one had bought it. And I'd forgotten about it because I didn't want to pay for all of them. But then I looked online, I'm like, I cannot find this album anywhere. Sorry, this EP. And so I made the decision. To just to get the 6 discs so I could get this because I want this. We've talked about it. I've talked about it. I'm excited by it. I finally own it again. UMI, Can't Get Started. This is an iconic single/EP. This is something I owned when it was released. And I had this exact shape, CD, EP, single. It's more like an EP. It's got Grand Ted, Rational Hell, Goddamn, I See You Too, and Frog on it. Frog, indeed. There are the tracks. This is, did I check the disc? This is scuffed, light scratching, but very clean. This CD, I'm going to call it an EP because it's got 5 tracks on it. It's not really a single. This, to me, is like Full Circle. I have been wanting this back in my collection for as long as I can remember. And now these sell for like 70 plus each, $100. This is a very expensive EP. Very, very expensive. And I got it, I didn't realize I had 6 discs. I got that for the equivalent of, I think with postage, $10. Maybe a little bit less. But I had to buy the rest of them. Maybe that's what the plan was. But this is the exciting thing for me. Can't Get Started has been one of those, I've talked about it before, I get obsessive about finding things. I once hunted for a death metal band. I hunted for them for 15 years, trying to find an album that I couldn't remember the album. I tried to hunt for it, couldn't find it. On and off hunting for 15 years before I found it. This is one of those types of albums. So I'm super stoked and really happy to present to you the album I've been looking for, or the EP I've been looking for a long time, and it's not going to leave my collection again. It's going to stay with me. Getting stuffly. Sorry. So this is my happy moment. This is my happy moment. Is that a happy smile? I don't know. Is it creepy? This is my happy moment. Can't Get Started lives with me again. And I get to play that in my Sherwood CD player, my 5-stacker. Well, it's not a stacker, my 5-disc. So 6 albums, one of them in a sleeve. Magic Dirt's a great one to get. Can't Get Started. And I don't regret it. I don't regret it. I don't regret it. Because now it's mine. It's all mine. I don't have to hunt for it anymore. It's mine. And to people that don't collect music, you might think I'm crazy. That's okay. Think I'm crazy. That's fine. I don't mind. It's mine. All mine. So that was mail. I'm pretty happy with that. They can go with the other CDs that I've put somewhere. There you go. Put it down there with Caligula. What can we do next? I think we have you guessed the movie? Have you guessed the movie yet? No, I'll keep doing it. Have you guessed the movie? Invaders from. It's on the tip of your tongue. No live viewers at all tonight. No live viewers at all. Let's open this up, see if we can do a live change here. Can I do a live change? I could do this. Where could I change this? Let's change it from film and animation to... I don't want to do music. People and blogs, let's save that. I wonder if it'll let me do that without having an absolute tantrum. Let's go back to channel content. Live. Still the one view. That's okay. So let's do news, because all I want to do for news is I want to play you. I want to play you a trailer with some information around it. So let's do that. And then I think we might leave it, because there's lots of things I could do. I'm not going to do, without people in the chat, I'm not going to do what overpriced stuff is on eBay. I think we'll just leave it there. We've covered a few things. We haven't done beer though, obviously. Let's go to my desktop screen. Let's swap screens here so we can't see this one. Let's play you the build up to the Mandalorian and Grogu trailer. There it is. And let's go to my desktop screen. You can see me in the corner down here. Hello, I'm down here. We're going to play this. I'm going to turn this volume down so I don't hear it so much. It's got a bit of a, how long does it go for? 14 minutes. I don't know if I want to go 14 minutes, but let's press play on here. Let's make it widescreen. Are we ready? let's go. Ah, wait. One important thing I'm forgetting about here. One very important thing. We've got to make sure that we present this as the news. Welcome to the news. We're going to play here a trailer. Mandalorian and Grogu. Terrible title. Theaters May 2026.
Welcome back. A bunch of other footage for a bunch of other things like Ahsoka Season 2, so I'll try to do videos for everything. If you're brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to get all the videos. This is just the beginning. There's a bunch of big stuff happening right now. They revealed a bunch of new stuff about what's going on with the future of The Mandalorian in that part of the timeline, in the movies just in general, just because that's what they're focusing on right now. Like, that's leading the charge of Star Wars making it back into theaters. They didn't really get into any Luke Skywalker or address whether or not he's going to show up during any of these movies. We will see how they handle that going forward. But in this new trailer, they start with the Imperials inside the AT-AT walkers, part of this convoy. This time with Mando busting
I think
through the
we
door
should probably
and then
turn the
taking
volume down.
all of these Imperials, just like the Rebels.
Because I don't think I'm meant to be playing other people's videos. Yeah, this is someone else's liking this. I'm not liking this. Let's reduce this. Hang on, guys. Let me just take it back to Roddy's screen. Hang on. I want the trailer without it being someone else's video. I didn't realize he talked all the way through it. Yeah, can we do this? I think this is better. This is like a leak. Yeah, let's do this one. This is more like a leak. Let's do that one. Yep, let's do this one. Hang on. Because this only goes for 2 minutes 25. All right. Let's hopefully not get dinged because we played someone else's YouTube video. Hang on a second. Go to test desktop screen. No, not that one. Yes, that one. We should have sound with this. All right, let's go full screen. And let's press play.
Lost contact.
Walker 3 is gone.
Send everybody.
Understood.
Go. Yeah, I want it. There you go. And there's also something the Hutt. I don't know what his name is. But the baby of Jabba the Hutt's baby. At the end there. There you go. Let's cancel. That's my own vlog. Let's go back to Rotten Roddy. Get rid of this page. What did you think of that? I thought it looked really cool. All right, we're coming up on 4 o'clock. We've got no live viewers. No one's dropped in. That's okay. Everyone's got busy lives. Hopefully, all your replay crew, we've achieved a lot, but not a lot. I was really hoping there'd be some people here with me to be excited about my UMI EP find. But you can be excited in the replay crew. Make me happy. Make my shit week feel better with your replay crewness. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I'm going to cut this one short. We're down to a couple of hours before daylight, so we'll leave it at that. And I'm very sorry for being late. It is what it is. It's been a big day, and sometimes setups take too long. You know, I wasn't 100% prepared. I came up with a few ideas last minute. But thank you very much for those that are going to be on replay crew, because there's been no live viewers. So it's all replay crew all the time, 24/7, 24/7, 7. You shall not pass us. If anyone gets the joke, you get the joke. All right, guys, it's BZ here. I want to make sure that if you're interested, please go ahead and subscribe. You don't have to subscribe. You can subscribe now and unsubscribe later, but I'm a small YouTube channel, and any small gesture by you is a huge, massive outcome for me. A like, a share, a thumbs up, a thumbs down, for God's sake. A thumbs down is fine as well. Thumbs down will do me just as much justice as a thumbs up. Share it with a friend. Sharing's caring. And we'll see you on the other end. Thank you so much for everybody being a part of it. I did lose a subscriber, but we're still in a good place. So go ahead and share with your friends. Jump on, watch the videos. It's just a chat. It's a rambly chat about physical media. And if you're interested, go and watch my other content. Got other content out there. Right at the end of the video, I'll try to remind you to have a look at the last videos that I have had that I'll put up later on. You'll see them pop up at the very end. Click on one of them. Watch it. Watch a video. Save a channel. You know, it's up to you. The power is with you. The power of one. There can only be one. All right, guys. Love you. Leave you. BZ here. Don't forget to tickle your tangerines and cuddle your kumquats. That almost sounded bad. BZ in the Neon Doom Room. Thank you so much for being with the Doom vlog on the replay crew, because I know that you're there, you're watching. You're my bread and butter. You're the froth on my beer. You're the wrapper on my sweets. I love you all. Say goodnight to your dogs for me. And have a good night. BZ out. Do 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 do, and watch this video and maybe this video. Bye.